Lynn, Kenyon, live in Montana real estate. Welcome to Shelby, Montana and the Sims Ranch. We're on another ranch. We're thrilled for that opportunity again. We're with Sean, whose family has the ranch, and right now we're just outside of an old farmhouse that's in very nice condition, all remodeled. You've got some good siding here. Newer metal roof, so a very nice house to move in, very, very livable, about 3,600 feet, three bedroom, 2 baths, and then some outbuildings, but the focus is the land.
Right.
And what do you have here?
Acreage-wise? Right close to 2,000 deeded, I guess, and then there's 600 acres of state lease.
So about a section of state lease, about half of it was in CRP.
Yeah.
But they just use it for pasture now.
Right. When we bought it, it came out of CRP 3 years after we bought it, and then we just started grazing it, so we just use it for pasture.
But neighbors use it for farm, so if that's, it's more lucrative to do, if you've got the time and the effort, you can use some of that as farm. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough on the house because the focus is the land. We're right next to the Marias Wildlife
Management area. Yeah, we border it.
And so lots of wildlife?
Yeah, whitetail and mule deer, some nice bucks, bears. Bears come up here. So. And
the views, you'll see Charlie will get some drones, so you appreciate, you've got, again, the Rocky Mountain front, which we all love. It's beautiful. So let's walk through quickly on the house and just get an idea. So this is a bonus because it's a lot of ground. So you walk in, there's a bathroom, full bathroom on the left, and then remodeled kitchen with LVP flooring, and then nice tile, backsplash, all the appliances stay, looks like newer cabinets, big open kitchen, walk into the living room, you've got a dining room, and you've got an upstairs and a downstairs. So we can quickly go through here. So wander through from the open kitchen, big sunroom out front. Very versatile space there, light and bright. The original wood floor out there. So just an extra little space. And then this here could be a greenhouse. Lots of versatile rooms in the house. Let's walk up. You see outside, you can see one of the outbuildings. And then the barn over here, grain bin, 3/4 bath here, bedroom, so 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then
I think he was going to build a deck there one time or something.
A spot for a deck if you decide you want to do that.
And a mouse trap.
Okay. So you get an idea of the house. Yeah, so let's walk through. Let's go downstairs. Okay, so now we're going to walk downstairs. There's lots of space in this. Pellet stove, big rec room.
Force there. Yeah.
Laundry facilities.
The furnace is fairly new.
Newer furnace, okay. Great. All right, so you've seen the house. Egress windows, that's really nice. So yeah, that's huge. Okay. You could put more rooms down here if you wanted to, more bedrooms, maybe even a bath, so if you needed more space. So let's go ahead and walk outside and look at some of the outbuildings, and then we'll get in the truck and walk and go look at the land, and you can talk about it and all the fencing and everything you've done to it. So, okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so in a detached garage here, so we just walked through the house. You've got metal siding on this, which is nice. Concrete floors, just more storage.
It's got a heater in it too.
So heated garage, detached. Okay. All right. Then let's wander over here. Well house?
Yeah.
So you have 2 wells up here by the house then?
Oh yeah, one's here and then one's just down by the barn, but you can use either one at the house. They're both plumbed to come here. He's using this one right now.
1,000-gallon propane tank.
This one could use siding, but
Original roof, it looks like T-lock shingles
Yeah.
and older siding.
he was gonna put some on this, but he never.
And look at those views, Charlie. Can you get those just from here? This is just from the house, so some of those bedrooms have got nice views.
Yeah. That's a neat part down here is a view.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. We love Rocky Mountain Front. Everybody does. So big shop,
Yeah.
all insulated. Got the hoist. Are you including the hoist?
Yeah, it stays.
All stays?
It's got heat too.
And it's also heated. Okay. Well, this is a bonus. You need this. Cool. All right. So here's outbuilding number 1. You leaving the grain bin, Sean?
Yeah. Have you ever seen them that make a gazebo or?
Yeah, that's kind of the new thing, isn't
Yeah.
that?
I always thought it'd be neat. Or some guys make hunting camps and stuff out of them, but
So as we're walking up, we'll talk a little bit. Sean was just sharing with us kind of a cool little side note. His son rides bulls, and his name
fights bulls.
fights bulls,
Yeah.
and his name is
Dakota.
Dakota.
Yeah.
So if you're on the
I'll walk through.
if you're on the rodeo circuit, he learned how to do it here
Yeah.
in Shelby.
It's
You've got a kid
funny,
aspiring.
he loves doing that, but when we're calving, he won't protect his brother or me. He needs an audience, I think.
That's funny.
But he's good at it, so.
Very cool.
Well, he has to be chosen to the circuit finals. So
Yeah, no, that's
the second time he's
a lot to
been
be
there,
proud of.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so now we're walking up to this big building, all metal siding, metal roof.
And probably some pigeons will fly out of there.
Yeah,
It's just a dirt floor,
but it's a nice cover.
just storage.
Sure.
I don't think there's anything in here. But
So again, look at that, what you're looking down on. And this, by the way, folks, is January 29th. Don't even really need a coat today. Brother Brad's birthday. January 29th, and this is Montana, and the wind's down.
I don't even know if these
Just-
lights, but there's dead pigeons in here.
Snow's just melted. Yeah, it does what it needs to do. Gives just
Yeah, if we were down here, I mean, we'd
shelter.
seal it up so birds couldn't get in and
Sure.
keep machinery or something in here.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so here's another big building. Are you leaving the fuel tanks?
Yeah, it stays. Just chain them so the wind don't blow.
So we're mostly, sitting from the house, where is the bulk of the property?
We're pretty much not quite in the middle going south, but we're pretty much in the middle, east and west.
Okay, so up here
Up here to the county road.
to the county road, taking out, there's a 40-acre piece that's not part of it, that they have a right of first refusal on if it ever goes for sale. It's got that wind tower on
Yeah,
it.
that piece there.
Just
We
one.
still graze it, but she kept it so she could have the tower rights.
So they still graze it and they have a right of first refusal. And then the state goes,
Some of the state land would be right down in that corner from that coulee over to where you see them deep coulees.
okay,
And then some of the other state land is on the west side.
okay. Well,
you
let's,
kind of see the outhouse way down there for the state park, but it's right just to
Right
the
there.
east of that.
so they have an
west.
easement through you to go to the wildlife management, okay?
And that's closed. I don't know if you've seen the sign.
I do, yeah.
It's closed January through April.
So they're only going through part-time?
Yeah. And it's just during hunting season mainly.
Sure.
And I don't know, they can't really access the river. They still got to hike from there. But it's an easement.
Sure.
We can drive down there.
yeah, let's get in the trucks and just drive and get a better idea. But I mean, this view, you're very secluded. Nice house.
Hey, you can't see
Extremely
any
livable.
neighbors. That's a neat thing down here.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
But not far from Shelby. So you're just really southwest of the town of Shelby, just off of 15.
Right.
So it's not a bad drive in.
Oh, the road's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, just to give you some perspective, so we just drove just a very short distance. So there's the house over here. The old pig barn on the right, and another well there on the left. And then if you come over, well, you've got the Rocky Mountain front views, of course. You got to take advantage of that. Take a look at that from here. Even better, nothing to block it.
Yeah.
You've got another grain bin.
Yep.
And then corrals and a loafing shed.
The corrals, and we just have been building them out of pipe as we go. They were kind of a mess when we got it, but we just needed a facility to load and unload. So.
And this all stays, all the
Yep.
gates and fencing and everything here stays.
Yeah.
Chutes.
The first year we built a chute, me and Dad, so we had a place to unload them, and then just been building it out of pipe. That's why our corrals at home are. So.
Sturdy.
Darn mud. Had to be muddy today.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
good.
we need the moisture, so we won't
Right.
complain.
Yeah.
So you're kind of set down here.
I'm gonna make sure I clean before I get back in here. But yeah, we just made a catch pen and then out of pipe.
Great.
It'll be there a long time.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
The
That's
wood was
really
all
nice.
falling down, so we just started to.
Well, that's bulletproof. Look at that. That's nice. All right, and you get a good idea of the property down here.
Yeah. We can kind of see that fence going along that grass on that ridge. See that line there?
Uh-huh.
That'd be the east boundary. It goes all the way on top.
Goes all the way on top and then down to the east. Okay.
Yeah, you can see it over there, the fence. It goes down there and it kind of makes a jag in that state land and all the way to the south. And then the west fence would be just where that farm ground is there.
Okay.
Just right next to it.
And we'll have good maps to share
Yeah.
with all the different, looks like there's about 8, I think. Is it 10? 10 different deeds of the deeded.
Oh.
10
Yeah.
separate deeds within the deeded acreage, which is about a little over 2,000.
Yeah.
And then the 4 separate state leases that are about 640. And we have information on all that. And you just renewed that, so you don't have to worry about that.
We just sent the application in, and I mean it has to be accepted, but I don't see why it won't.
Right. Cool. All right, let's keep driving then. Get an idea of what we're looking at.
All right. See where all the grass that's lighter colored?
Yeah.
That's all. It used to be all farmed. So see the dark?
Yeah.
That's native. This is all tame grass that was seeded. All the lighter, so all that was farmed.
Okay, so I love, part of these videos I really like is it gives people a perspective, because we'll show a map and then you're like, okay, so where is that? And you see some topo, but this really helps. So we just drove down off the main easement road. You can see now, if you look back, you can see the house. And then we're gonna drive and see some more springs, but let's just walk. So when you're looking at it, you're gonna see some trees. So this was the original homestead. So that'd be fun digging in there. You've got some cool foundation rocks and I'm sure all kinds of goodies. So that's up on the hill here. You've got some trees for wind block. And then if you walk down, Sean, what were you just telling me about this spring?
Oh, well, this spring is kind of the main one. It's right in the middle of the place, and this is where seems like most of them congregate right here. But this whole coulee is full of springs. It starts at the head, and with a big one, and then this one here, and then down the coulee, I think there's 3 more. And then further down in a different coulee, we got another one. But
So you always hear me say water is gold. Sean was just saying when they got it, that they saw cattails down here, so he came and dug it up, and now they've got this prolific spring year round.
Yeah, it's ground fed. Like I say, it was just cattails, and we knew there had to be water there, so we brought the backhoe down and dug a hole, and it just, and I mean, it never goes down. It doesn't look like much of a water hole, but it's just ground fed all the time.
So you can see that Charlie can get this maybe over here on.
Yeah, it's actually on that side over there.
Oh, over there, that's
Yeah.
where it is. Okay.
This is just snow runoff right now.
Okay.
And actually, it was, I think, 2 years ago, a hailstorm came through and it washed, water was flowing over the road. And
Wow.
it completely filled that in with silt, and I had to dig it out again. But, you know, it's kind of,
We like water.
yeah.
When do you run cattle?
We bring them down here in May, 1st of May, and then take them out in September.
How many?
Depends on the year, but last year we had 134 pair down here, I guess.
134 pair.
Yeah, for 5 months. But, first year we had it, there was a lot of grass. We had 200 down here, but I think,
Every year's different.
yeah, depends on the moisture. We've been in drought, it seems like the last 3. But
Well, then you've also got some interior fencing from when it was in CRP.
So
they
yeah,
didn't
I mean,
graze.
they ain't bad. We used to keep them up, but until it came out, now we just concentrate on the border fence, and because we just use it for one big summer pasture. So, but there are boundaries. It could be broken into separate sections. So if you want to manage it.
So
graze
right
part
now,
of it, but-
so right now the whole thing is perimeter fence.
right,
But there is some interior.
is
If you-
some interior that could be fixed.
If you want to go do the farming route, that's an option. Oh, look at this. This is an old. That's an old enamel pot, you know. That's an old. Oh yeah, look at this. This probably was the dump. Definitely was the dump.
Yeah,
Look at this. Here's an old.
pottery.
Yeah, old
There's a
ironstone.
lot of that.
Oh, so if you love this, and you know I do. Look at all this stuff. I love it.
You can have it.
So it goes back to the house you think was.
I don't know when that was homesteaded, but a long time ago, 1800s. Huh?
Yeah, so this is definitely the dump.
Yep.
So you've got history. We love the history. You said some teepee rings up here.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is right below the homestead, so that makes sense. And then you've got the water, so they probably used the water. They knew.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. But that's, you know, this easement road is kind of I don't like easements, but it's handy because it's right in the middle of the place, and you can access.
So do they
one
keep
end to
it
the
up
other.
then?
Yeah.
Oh, so that is the bonus then.
Yeah. But imagine we would have had to pick our way through the coulee somehow here. It's nice when you're down here salting and stuff. You can just drive it.
So is that state?
Yeah, fishing game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is state. Yeah.
Okay, so we just drove up the hill from where the old farmstead or the original homestead was. Now we're sitting to where the CRP was. It was weed at one point. It was CRP for a long time.
Yeah.
So you have some potential for organic. And then Sean, you were saying over here.
Yeah, there's another spring. You can see that silo off in the distance, up the horizon. But this way, that darker coulee there, there's a spring down there that we've developed. There's, I think, 2 or 3 water holes off of it.
Oh, that's great.
That's the same thing. It's there year round. So
another year-round spring. Used to be horses there, and you see some more interior fencing. One of the things, this has this easement through it, But that's not all bad because they maintain this road.
Right.
And if not, that is an expensive proposition. This much road, if you had to maintain this.
Yeah, and it goes right through the middle of the property. I mean, it's kind of handy to get from one end to the
Super
other.
handy.
And they're not allowed to go off the road, so.
So what's
Doesn't
the
hurt
harm?
anything,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
so.
for sure. So, yeah, there's the upside of that. You've got this great road, so you can access your whole property, and you're not paying for it.
Right.
That's a win-win, we call it. I
Yeah.
like that. All right, let's keep going and look at some of the other. Okay, so we're just a couple minutes from where we just were. So this is your southern border.
Yeah.
And what were you saying about the river?
Oh, the river's just, you can see it over the, I think you can see it, you know, up, well, you can see it from up on the hill, but it's just over the hill. There's where the Marias River is. But this is a wildlife management area. They have to drive this road and then they park here.
So you can access the river, the public can?
Yeah. By hike
And you
hike
can?
in only.
Hike
Yeah.
in only, okay.
We actually have keys to the gates. If someone gets in there, we can go in there. But
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
bonus. That's nice.
Yeah.
So this is the state lease here.
right, this is part of it. The management area starts that way.
Okay, so management there. This is what you lease state.
Yeah.
Charlie, let's get, and he will get the Rocky Mountain front. There's no conservation easement on this, so
No.
you could put it in conservation easement if you wanted the tax savings,
Right.
which is a bonus too. So water everywhere. And just still and peaceful and
Yeah,
really,
quiet.
really
The
nice.
wind went down. It's nice.
Oh, you can see the sweetgrass hills over on this
Yeah.
side.
Right.
So little
See,
glimpses
the
of
ground
that.
we're getting is just on the north
Okay,
east side of it, I guess, or yeah, west side.
cool.
And then mountain cows, they chew the native right to the ground.
Yeah, I see
That tame
that.
grass when it heads out, then they like to go to this.
All right, let's do one last run through and then
Okay,
show it off.
sounds good.
Thank you for joining us. Lynn, Kenyon, Live in Montana Real Estate. Sean Sims Ranch outside of Shelby. About 2,000 acres with about almost a section of state lease. We're sitting kind of above the house now with the backdrop of the Rocky Mountain front. Light wind, beautiful day. You've got a glimpse of the river from up here. And since this one isn't in a conservation easement and you have 10 separate deeds, if you wanted to build your house up here, your trophy house, you can, and you've got some nice views. You were talking about hunting.
Yeah, there's some big muleys and whitetail. They come off the river and then they come up and graze in the grain fields in the evenings, but you'll catch big bucks coming through here. And then they come bed down in the coulees during the daytime. But my brother-in-law told me the biggest buck he'd ever seen, a muley buck, came off the river, but it was killed on this place. But
It's trophy. We always
Yeah.
love to hear the word trophy.
Yeah, right.
Our
there are some
listeners love to
big-
hear
well,
that.
It's just now that it's a management area, that there's some monster bucks down there that they come right up on us. So
Cool. And if you want to raise a bull fighter,
yeah, bullfighter.
this is the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is very, very nice. So many opportunities here. You can put it in a conservation easement yourself. You could go back and try to farm half of it
Yeah.
because it's not
Yeah, it
in
was already
CRP anymore.
farmed, so,
Yeah,
yeah,
so it
it'd
already
be easy.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, be easy. Lots of places to build houses. You could sell off property. It's a really versatile piece of property and a really nice setting. Really, really pretty setting.
That is a pretty setting.
Yeah, very, very nice and easy commute to town. And thanks for the opportunity,
Yeah,
Sean.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Good luck with your future.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.